for the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you so much for driving so far. Thank you, dear husband, your husband. All right. So how do I create my characters? First of all, I believe that inside of us, there's like a big village of people. So as a writer, you have to like heard one voice and then pull it out and focus on it. You know, you zoom on something. And I think being a writer, you are trained to do it. You zoom on something very, very closed. And do I have role models? Not exactly. What I'm looking for when I do my research for my book is when something interesting, for instance, in my book, in the 4th episode of Supernova, which is called the Particle, I was very intrigued by mycology, fungus, and mushroom. I read somewhere that mushroom has a very, it's a very intelligent creature. It has a myriad of networks going through the nature, and it's very similar to human. This connections, this intelligence, and that ticked me. Okay, I want to write something about fungus, and so I put that in some sort of a bag. Okay, fungus, and then one more. I'm interested in religious conflict within a family. You know, when you have that conservative grandfather who you have to do this, and this, and when you have a very modern father who just, you know, taught you exactly the opposite, that would create a tension. So that is also something interesting for me. I put it in the bag. So it's like a collection of data and things that interest me the most, because if I'm not interested into something, how would I write it passionately? So first of all, I have to find something that would, you know, that would make me write it in such passion. If I have to cry with my character, I have to laugh with my character. If I write something funny, I need to laugh first in order to make my readers laugh. You know, if I write something romantic, I have to be like, you know, crazily in love with nobody. You know, like I'm just like, oh, in this in love state. And I'm sure that energy would transfer to the readers. So, you know, there's a saying that, you know, the writers are the most very risky to have a psychotic break. And I totally relate with that, you know. Luckily, my husband is a therapist. So I'm like his patient for life, you know. And I said, don't cure me, just keep me in balance, you know, because I need that insanity when I write something. Otherwise, you know, your writing will be rather bland. So I need to be there as my character in order for the readers to feel that the characters are alive. Okay? And the second question, Indonesia is a very talkative society. We are more, we talk more than we read, you know, and this is, we just, compared to Western cultures, actually you have a lot more solid reading culture than Indonesians, because, you know, what do you call it? Oral tradition. We are very strong in oral tradition. That's why gossip is like a second nature to all of us. You know, we were raised that way, born that way. We connect with people when we understand their problems. Problems and heartbreaks is the social currency. You know, when you can dig something from someone, you suddenly have that connection. And of course, every country have different settings, different cultures. But in Indonesia, you have to know that, you know, it's really difficult to stop them from talking. I have a friend who's a teacher and came to Indonesia and give workshop, and he did a very fatal mistake. When he started his class, he said, "Tell me something about yourself." And there were like 20 participants. And he spent 1 hour of his workshop just to listen to people's problems. Because when you said, "Tell me about yourself," you know what, you know, 20 years ago, I have this. So next time, just ask their names and nickname. That's it. Otherwise, you will hear problems and stories that's so unrelated, you know. But that's how we are, I think. So maybe embracing it and accepting it as a signature of our people. This is much more relieving. Thank you. Anna did as she was told. Dressed in a pink prayer veil, she happily followed her sisters to the house of the chanting instructor. When they arrived, the teacher gave Rana a piece of paper and some colored pencils, thinking the child was too young to understand the Quran. And Rana didn't understand. All she heard was a song in a foreign language that was supposed to be a prayer. So she didn't chant. What she really wanted were the snacks served to the pupils halfway through the class. Unsettled, Rana spoke up. "Ma'am," she asked the pious instructor, "if I want to talk to God, how do I do it? I don't know how to pray in Arabic." The wise teacher had